listen, the rent is not going down. The rent is going up, especially by the interest rate going down. And anybody, and I found this out too, anybody that's into buying a house right now and you don't have the house paid off, they're trying to keep you locked in because the interest rate is so low that they're not hardly making any money. So I went around this morning and I checked. Hey, good evening everybody. So I'm here at First Citizen Bank, about to go inside of First Citizen Bank. I just left Bearwood Credit Union. That's my main bank that I've probably been with for about 20 years, as long as I've been in Richmond. And I had another CD that matured the 19th of this week. But I haven't had a chance to get over there. And off that CD, I made $2,000 off that CD. And the one that was here at First Citizen Bank, if y'all remember, I made $3,000 off that CD. So a total of 8 months, I made $5,000. So if I continuously doing the same thing that I'm doing, I can make $5,000 every 8 months, which will be $15,000 every 2 years. That's if I don't add more money. But let me tell you all this right here. So the interest rate has dropped. The interest rate for the CDs has tremendously dropped. When I first started doing the CDs, the interest rate was about 7% and at 5%. So now the interest rate is at 3.5 because the government has dropped the interest rate for the houses, which is a perfect good time for anybody that's interested in buying a house. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But let me tell you what, the credit union, which I'm at, Bearwood Credit Union, they was offering 3.5%, but you had to lock in for a whole year, for 12 months. It wouldn't mature into 12 months. Now, if anything happened and you happen to take that money out before 12 months, you'd be penalized, which I believe that, I want to say it's 5 months interest rate, which they'll subtract from your money. Now, here at Citizen Bank, I have 4 months at 3.95%. That's for 4 months on your CD. And they also have another one for 9 months. They have 3.75%. And for 12 months, they have the 3.35%. Now, I plan on going with the 4 months or either the 9 months, which more likely I'm going with the 4 months, because that way after 4 months, I can decide what I'm gonna do, whether or not I can find one with a higher interest rate and don't be penalized for my money. But whatever months you choose, that's how long your money have to stay in there without being penalized. But let me tell you this, I found out that Wells Fargo has what is called a liquid CD, which is between a CD and also between a checking account. So basically that yields 3.5%. Now, the thing about that one there is no penalty if you take money from it or add money to it. You'll be still getting 3.5% just like a CD. That's the good thing about that. Now, the only reason I didn't go with that is because I wanted to lock my money in so I will have some type of accountability and structure that I won't just run in there and get it if I decide to buy some or I need some. And usually the terms that I put my money in, I usually go ahead and wait it out. But for somebody that don't have that discipline, or somebody saying, okay, what about if something come up? I want to have access to my money. So somebody in that situation, I suggest that you go with Wells Fargo, because it's better than a checking account. Because a checking account, let's say you got $1,000 at the end of the year, you may get 50-cent interest. But if you go with Wells Fargo with the liquid CD at the end of the year off $1,000, you may make $100 off it. So that's the difference of having your money in a checking or either a savings account. So that's the difference. But so let me get back to the housing. Right now is a best time for somebody to buy a house. All right, now let me say this right here. The interest rate supposed to be even dropping even more next year. So for those that's not in a situation or want to take their time on buying a house, this is the perfect time to do that, is because you want to buy at a low interest rate for those who don't have a house. Now, the lower the interest rate is, that's the less money that you got to put on it, and that's the less money that you're going to end up paying for the house. So that right there is a good thing. And most people, the average of somebody buying a house, it takes them a year anyway to do that, because sometimes people have stuff on their credit that if they contact the realtor probably run their credit and say, hey, okay, you need to get this and that off for your credit, and you need to have such and such amount of money in the bank, which if the interest rate is going down another year, it will be perfect. Now, to prepare for that year, I'm not going to say it's easy. I'm not going to say it's hard. It just depends on the person. So you may want to say, you know what, to save money, I'm going to take my lunch, I'm going to take me and my wife, or myself or whatever, we're going to take our lunch to work, and that's extra money that we can save up to get a house. So you got to weigh the scale, say, okay, I'm going to take my lunch in order to get my house. Or you may say, I'm a trip. We usually go on a trip every year. I'm gonna hold off on the trip, and that way I can save up money towards to get myself a house. Because listen, the rent is not going down. The rent is going up, especially by the interest rate going down. And anybody, and I found this out too, anybody that's into buying a house right now and you don't have the house paid off, they're trying to keep you locked in because the interest rate is so low that they're not hardly making any money. So they're not going to be geared to you paying your house off right now. But anybody that's out there buying a house, you need to contact your mortgage company and ask and tell them that you want to refinance, not refinance to take money off, refinance to bring your interest rate down, because the interest rate is low. But as long as they can keep you locked in at the interest rate that you have, they're going to keep you locked in. Now, but you don't have to settle for that. Your mortgage company you're in now, you can call around. I'm trying to tell you, if you got 10 years left on your house, not only can you bring it down by paying bi-weekly, you can also bring it down by refinancing your house to get your interest rate low. If your interest rate is at a 5.0, you can get it down during this time here, probably down to a 2 or 3, which is a tremendous difference. So that way you probably only have 5 years, and then by you paying bi-weekly, you may have that house paid off in 3 years when you're looking at 10 years. So please take this information. This information is facts. This is stuff that I went around and have studied on and got the information that many people ain't doing it, but people need to go ahead and do it. Listen, if you, no matter how much time that you got on your house, ask them about refinancing, because you don't have to put no money up. They put the money on the back end, but about time you finish paying it, you're not going to see it anyway, and you're going to come out better being a homeowner. Now listen to me, y'all. You can say this to yourself all you want. I'm okay renting, but you're going to have to rent for the rest of your life. This is a perfect time to buy your house. The interest rate is low. And please understand this right here. It may be two of y'all living in a household, but are you able, if something happened to the other person, anything happened, move out, pass away, whatever the case may be, are you able to pay all the bills in the household by yourself with ease? Okay, so mortgages is lower than rent. Rent is constantly going up and ain't nothing you can do about it. But once you lock in for a house, you're locked on in. So I hope you take this what information I'm telling you and run with it. All right, well, let me go ahead on to the bank and invest what I have to invest. And I just hope you all one day be able to be a home owner, not just living in a home. All right, so until then. Yep. All right, got everything taken care of. So just remember, you all, interest rate is at a low. So you can save up for a house. Just call a realtor. They're going to check your credit and tell you everything that you need to do and how much money you need to put down. And for those that already have a house, go ahead and contact your mortgage company and ask them, tell them you want to refinance to bring your interest rate down. More likely they're going to do it because they know that if not, you're going to probably switch and go to another mortgage company because they're not making that much money now, so they're not trying to have you go to somebody else, and neither do they want you to leave. So just remember, what you make happen for others, God also make happen for you.